Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I'll just say hello to opponent. Now, I have one vowel, so pretty grim. I'll go with fling, I'd say, for 26. Okay, some clunky consonants to resolve, but a fairly balanced rack. Meowed as a 6. Mogweed, I don't think is a thing. Ixtal, okay. I have a wedge. That looks alright. Playing alongside Ixtal. Wodge is also good. $32. I draw the J, the rest of the rack pretty decent. Jail, opponent scores 67 with a bingo there. I have a Raj for a decent score. I have the ER ending and the IER ending. I think Raj probably the way to go here. 43 points with a decent leave. Okay, I'll draw the Q, and I've got the U, so pretty decent draw here. I have Makui as a 5 and Umiak. I have a good Q hotspot here. So possibly if I can't find a bingo, I'll be looking to get a 60-point play above the I here. Quartile. I have the IUM ending. Okay, for read. That's a good score for opponent. I have Makui here for 66, which is essentially a bingo score and takes out a hotspot. But is there an even hotter spot? So Qualmia for 90. That's got to be the play. Now I have the prefix here. Opponent scores a whopping 48. That's what I was afraid of. So he takes the lead again. So what to do? Got the Q, nothing there. I mean, Lure scores next to nothing, but sorts the rack out quite nicely. So that might be an option, but do I definitely not have a bingo here? It looks close to one. I just have to make sure I don't have one. Allunes, no. What about the F? not seeing anything there. I think I will go with lure, just because of the rack leave. It's very strong. Not a good pickup at all. The two E's I could have done with one consonant. So, yeah. Not ideal, but I can get rid of two E's somewhere. Perhaps top right. That takes out a hot spot as well. How many N's to come? 3. I'm tempted to play an N as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to play the N. There's also 2 blanks to come, so tile turnover is a good idea. Fairly balanced, but yes, opponent's been good, so he's got a healthy lead there. Salt. Saltade. Dilates through an E. No E to play through, unfortunately. Is there a 7 that I'm overlooking? Well, I'm not seeing it. Just not seeing it. I might just go with add here for 21. Latches. So there is a bingo. Opponent might block both spots. Okay, Latches still plays. Is there a play that ends in CH or TH? Because that would score more. I'm going with Latches for 80. I draw the Z. I'm still behind by a bit. And I'm going to need a large Z play to get back in the game. As on is good. So that's a 50-point play. Hopefully that remains available. Any other good Z spots? Not that I can see. I guess there's ZA across the top of Latches, but not a great score. Nays also not fantastic. Opponent bingos again. So that's the end of this one. Yeah, I'm going to still go with as on, I think. Yeah. Not a great pickup. I've drawn T's and N's, and I've only got one vowel. So this game is over. I can't see myself getting back into it. Nah, that's the end of this one. So let's see what. There's 2 tiles in the bag. If I can get rid of V and Vexed, I'll play Vexed and see what I draw. Nah, not good enough, unfortunately. Yeah, so this one is done and dusted. What about Tawny? Tawny should score well. Oh, Tawny for 42 if opponent doesn't take that spot, and then Wen's, he'll go out with pure somewhere. So do I have Ween, and I have News. I think News is probably going to be best. Up top here. And the final score, 453 to 469. Thank my opponent for the game. Let's see what we missed. Yeah, when Oroidus came down, it was hard to get back into it. So Fling was best from the opening rack. Then opponent had Ixtal. Wodge was best from this one. And then Amidine, opponent takes a lead there. Now I've got Raj Romaji. That's quite nice. 3C. Romaji, but giving back easy score to opponent. I like Raj. 4 Reed. Opponent gets another bingo down, so I'm a bingo behind. Qualmia for 90 was best. And then Makui was quite nice as well, only because it did take out the hotspot, but 24-point sacrifice to do so. I still think Qualmia was best. Now Hive for 48, Hovia for 54. Wow. So now no bingo from this rack. Exul Ulex through the X. That sorted the rack out quite nicely. I did play LU, but I played it top left. Reason being is I wanted to create another lane from the L. So I did that. And then Toga for 27, mid-20s, all of those. Opponent went with Geo. Now, I've just got too many vowels for bingo prospects. And double E at E2. Yeah, but it does give an easy score back to opponent. I did play double E, but top right, which didn't block any useful lanes. I played Een, actually, yeah. Now opponent's got another bingo, out skate and fat stock. He goes with out skate. And then add for 21, but tased at 12k. TASED, that would have been nice. Look at that, 48 points, but I'm still after that I'm still about 50 behind. So Ad was 21 with a strong rack leave. Yeah, maybe tased. It also increased the chances of drawing the second blank. But I went with Ad. Now Boyo for 36. And then Latches for 80 was best. Rookies, Erosion, Roomies, Rooties, a whole host of bingos for opponent here. That sealed the game pretty much. 100-point lead. Nays for 63. Where was that? 15H. Nays, Bez. Yeah, that's quite nice actually. Maybe that would have been the play. Actually, yeah, that is definitely the play. Surprised I never spotted the Bez option. And then opponents got Prawns for 78. Where does that play? B7. Clatches. Nice. Prawns and Clatches. That would have been nice. Vexed for 16. That was fine. And then opponents got a bit of a crummy rack, but a large enough score to outrun. Purfling for 42. Where was that? 8A. Extending fling. Front hooking fling, I should say. Purfling. Nice. And he goes with burp. And then I've got Stewie. Stewie at 10E. Ixtals. Stewie, that's quite nice. 37-point play, but still not enough. That puts me on 420. So I went with Tawny for 42, which actually was the highest score, but because of the rack leave, it's not a terrible rack leave. I don't know why it featured so low down. 42-point play. Anyway, that put me kind of 30 behind. And then opponent had Purfling again, but he goes with Pulai. And then 26 for News. And then opponent, I went out here. So that was the final score, 469 to 453. Pretty close game. Hope you enjoyed watching that game. And I will see you next time.